Day 1, I spawned into a cave full of wolves as a Devil Golem. That explains my devilish charm. Oh wait, looks like I'm only a baby Devil Golem. Maybe these wolves are raising me. I can't remember much. That's when a huge, scary soul eater came barging out of the shadows, like he was looking for me the whole time.
Don't you remember me, Zozo? You used to work for me until you got all those silly ideas about kindness and personal freedom into your head. Why don't you work for me again? You can help my world domination plans come true.
World domination? Sorry, Mr. Soul Eater, but that really doesn't sound like my scene.
Fine, then perish!
And just like that, the Soul Eater started breathing fire. I managed to dodge it just in time, but my wolf friends weren't so lucky. They got fried. Oh no, my wolf friends, you monster! The Soul Eater didn't care. He just watched as I ran out of the cave.
Me and my minions are going to hunt you, Zozo. We're the most powerful beings you've ever faced, and I guarantee we'll destroy you within 100 days.
100 days avoiding the Soul Eater and his crazy evil minions? Seems like I had my work cut out for me. On day 2, I was able to escape the cave with my life, but I wasn't out of the woods yet. In fact, I'd literally run out right into the woods. What a coincidence. And I only have 3 hearts. If I mess with the wrong mob while I'm this weak, I'll be a goner, for sure. So imagine how I felt when a djinn, a powerful magical creature, flew out of the trees and started attacking me. You don't normally find djinns in overworld forests, so he must have been one of the evil Soul Eater's minions. Can't you guys leave me alone? I don't even know what's going on yet. There's something wrong with all of my memories. But the djinn was no talk, all action. He started attacking me with his extreme speed and magical abilities. I didn't stand a chance against him. But just as I was about to give up hope, a glowing wisp suddenly appeared behind me. She seemed almost as frantic as I was.
Quick, tell me, are you a good Devil Golem or an evil Devil Golem?
I'm really trying my best to be a good one.
Correct answer, stranger.
As the djinn prepared another attack, the wisp grabbed a hold of me and teleported me out of there. On day 3, thanks to being teleported by the wisp, we arrived in a friendly village where things seemed to finally be a little chill. I was grateful for that. Thanks for saving me, Miss Wisp. I'm Zozo. What's your name?
I'm Windy Wisp, and there's somebody I need you to meet, Zozo.
Windy Wisp led me through the village until we found the biggest building in town. There was a Viking villager named Eric waiting outside for us.
Eric, I found one! A good Devil Golem, just like you said.
Eric seemed impressed.
Do my eyes deceive me? All this time, I thought creatures like you were a myth, but I was wrong.
Wait, I'm a little confused here. What do you mean, creatures like me?
Dark magic entities, devils, they all work in service of the Soul Eater, and until now, I believed that they had no choice in the matter. But you, Zozo, you have proven that it's possible for even devils to choose to be good.
But what does all this mean?
It means that you are a symbol of resistance, my boy. Perhaps, in these extremely important next 100 days, you can lead the charge to defeat him once and for all. What do you say, Zozo? Do you accept the call?
Of course I do. Somebody's gotta teach that meanie some manners.
That's what I like to hear. Windy, take him to the plains to start building his base. His training must begin immediately.
Yes, Eric. Come on, Zozo, let's go.
On days 4 to 5, Windy Wisp teleported us to the plains, where we could start building an awesome base to sleep and train in.
We should start with some wood, Zozo. It's impossible to craft without having the right tools.
Very good point, Windy. I used my tough Devil Golem fists to break down some trees and gathered enough wooden blocks and sticks to craft myself a wooden pick. This is pretty cool, I guess, but I think we can do a lot better. Using my wooden pickaxe, I started mining and gathering up some stone and other materials for the house. After that, it was easy to make myself a set of stone weapons and tools. Hey, that's more like it. It's building time, baby. I used some of my gathered wood and stone to start putting together a nice mansion. Of course, it had bedrooms for both me and Windy Wisp, so we'd have places to sleep. She was so grateful for the help, she wanted to give me a gift.
This is a potion of strength, Zozo. I brewed it with my wisp magic, and I think drinking it will help you on your quest.
That's awesome, Windy, thank you. I guess the only thing left to say is, bottoms up. I took a drink from the potion and immediately found myself getting bigger and stronger. I even gained 2 more hearts. 5 hearts? Nice! I'm moving up in the world. On day 6 to day 8, Feeling a little more confident about myself with a base and my new size and hearts, I decided to wander the plains. Maybe if I search around enough, I can find something that'll help me get my memories back. But instead, I found something wild, a mage getting attacked by a grue, a scary floating demon.
Excuse me, young Devil Golem, can I get a little help here?
The name's Zozo, and help is on its way. I pulled out my stone sword and started attacking the grue. My first real fight. How exciting! The grue fought back and knocked off one of my hearts, but in the end, I managed to defeat it and save the mage from its wrath.
Thank goodness you turned up, Zozo. You really saved my bacon there. I don't know how I could ever repay you.
Oh, don't worry, mage. It's all in a day's work for me. I'm training to become a great hero and one day defeat the Soul Eater. So in the meantime, I'm happy to defeat any evildoer I can get my hands on.
In that case, would you mind helping me out with something else? You see, I came to this forest to slay a Banshee that was scaring away some of the local villagers until this grue started attacking me. Perhaps together we could defeat the wailing monster.
A Banshee? Sure. How hard can it be?
Please promise me you won't make any more jokes like that, Zozo.
Oh, okay, sorry. On day 9 to day 10, Mage and I traveled to the forest to look for the Banshee. How do you know when we're getting close?
Oh, you'll know.
I was about to ask him what he meant when I heard the loudest scream I'd ever heard. Let me guess, that's the Banshee.
What was your first clue?
I wanted to make a joke, but before I could, a Banshee came flying out of the trees, right towards us. It was shrieking all the way. I wanted to run, but I knew I had to be brave and stand by my new friend. I drew my stone sword and got ready for a fight. Mage and I tried our best, but the Banshee was much stronger than I expected. It knocked me down, then knocked the mage into a tree, and I knew we were outmatched. Let's get out of here. We ran away from the Banshee before it could do any more damage.
Dang, I was hoping the two of us together would be enough.
I guess I have to get stronger first. In the meantime, you can stay with me at my base. You'll be safe there.
Thank you.
On day 11 to day 12, I returned home with Mage. I made sure to build him a room there, including a crafting bench and a chest.
Thank you for the help and the hospitality, Zozo.
Absolutely. Now that we're somewhere safe and we can rest, I was wondering, do you know anything about the Soul Eater?
I know that he doesn't take kindly to his former employees leaving him for the side of good, which, as I understand, you did?
Apparently, and now he and his minions are hunting me.
Well, he's a nasty piece of work, and I don't know anyone who wouldn't like to see him finally taken out. If you need help, I'm on your side.
Thanks, and I'll help you too. Once I'm stronger, we'll get that Banshee. After Mage and I talked, I built some bookcases for the base. Mage brought me a book to add to the bookcase, and I found an unbreakable enchantment inside. Great, this will make my weapons stronger. Thanks so much. To finish out the day, I built a chicken coop and herded some chickens into it. Finally satisfied with the job well done, Mage and I both turned in for the night to get some sleep. From day 13 to day 15, I wanted to find new ways to get stronger so I could help with the Banshee and eventually defend myself against the Soul Eater. So I went to Wendy Wisp for some advice.
Well, I think getting more fighting experience is always a good way to get stronger. Maybe you should make a new weapon too. Something you can use to fight from a distance.
Great idea! So I went out and gathered some wood and string and used them to craft myself a bow and arrow. Now it's time to take this thing out for a spin. I needed to try out my new weapon somewhere full of the biggest, baddest enemies possible. I know, I'll go to the Badlands. I ventured out to the Badlands and spotted Sudaramu, the giant scorpion, and one of the Soul Eater's minions, picking on a bunch of smaller scorpions. Hey, cut that out! As it turned to rush at me, I shot it with an arrow. It hit, and it actually did some damage. Awesome, Wendy was right. This thing is great. I fired some more arrows, and before I knew it, I defeated Sudaramu. The little scorpion scattered and ran away. A thank you would have been nice, but I didn't blame them for wanting to get out of there as fast as possible. Hey, looks like that giant scorpion dropped something. It was a subscribe to Zozo. Wow, I feel stronger and smarter already. I even gained 2 hearts. From day 16 to day 19, I decided to explore the area around the Badlands. I came across a cave I hadn't seen before. Cool, I wonder if there are any good materials in here. Once I entered the cave, however, I got a really bad feeling. Uh-oh, something isn't right here. Even though I was feeling nervous, I spotted a chest and decided to open it. It was full of netherite. Oh, cool! I've never seen this stuff before.
How'd you get in here? This cave belongs to the boss.
I was ambushed by a wildkin. do you work for the Soul Eater?
That's right. You shouldn't have decided to come in here. Now you'll never leave.
He rushed me and started to attack, knocking me into the cave wall. I got him a few more times, and before long, I had managed to win the fight. Hey, wait a second. If this cave belongs to the Soul Eater, and it's full of netherite, I bet that means he's from the nether. From day 20 to day 22, I started the journey back to my base. I couldn't wait to tell my friends about the battles I'd won while I was gone. On the way, I trained myself a little more on a group of spiders that attacked me. I defeated them easily. I really am getting stronger. After I defeated the spiders, I found some iron, which I made sure to pick up and take home with me. Once I made it back to the base, I smelted the iron and used it to craft some iron armor, an iron sword, and an iron shield. I finally feel ready to go back and face the Banshee again. Mage is going to be so excited. I traveled back to the forest where I first saw the Banshee. Just as I realized I was getting close, the Banshee flew at me and screamed. Luckily, I had my new armor to protect me. I pulled out my new iron sword and started swinging. This time, I'm ready for you. The Banshee kept swooping at me, but I was able to take the hits this time thanks to my new gear. Finally, I swung my sword for the last time and the Banshee dissolved and disappeared. I knew I had won. Something about this whole fight felt familiar too. I suddenly remembered. I had met this Banshee before, a long time ago. She worked for the Soul Eater too. We had worked together once, but I couldn't stand watching her attack innocent people just trying to walk through the woods. I've got to get back to my base and tell Mage about this. From day 23 to day 26, I tried to think and see if I could remember anything else from my days of working for the Soul Eater. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't. I rushed back home to my base, where Mage was waiting for me. I did it! I got rid of the Banshee!
That's great, Zozo. Thank you so much for your help.
So now that the Banshee's taken care of, I guess you'll probably head back to where you came from.
Nonsense. I'll stay here with you until the Soul Eater's defeated, once and for all. I'll do whatever I can to help.
Really? Awesome! After I talked to Mage, I gathered some stone and constructed a stone watchtower to keep my base more secure. I found some guster eyes and sand from a guster someone in the forest must have slain and quickly scooped them up. I used the items to craft a pocket of sand. I can use this to temporarily blind enemies. Finally, I built some walls around my base. Now this is looking really secure. From day 27 to 31, I decided to keep exploring and see what else I could learn about the Soul Eater and my bad old days working for him. My journey took me all the way to the beach. Wow, look at all the sun and sand and that beautiful ocean. I'd love to kick back and relax, but I don't have time for that right now. Gotta keep moving. As I was walking, I saw a horseshoe crab flipped over on its back. Hey, let me help you with that. I flipped him back over.
Gee, thanks so much, stranger.
Of course. Do you need a safe place to stay? You can always go to my base.
That sounds amazing.
I told them the way to go and sent them on their journey. Then I continued onward. Along the beach, I found a shark tooth. Neat, I can use this to craft shark tooth arrows. With my new materials, I headed back to my base. Once I was there, I put up some decorative banners to make the place feel more festive for the new residents. Pretty spiffy if I do say so myself.
Sorry to interrupt your decorating, Zozo, but I need some help. Eric's in trouble. His village is under attack.
Oh no, there's no time to waste. Let's go right now. From day 32 to day 35, Wendy and I rushed to the village to see what was going on. We arrived to find the place in ruins, filled with reavers making trouble.
Oh no, they work for the Soul Eater. This is terrible.
Luckily, we're here to help. I took out my bow and started firing arrows at the reavers, taking them out one by one. I was doing my best, but I definitely needed some help. Thankfully, Eric came running up to join the fight. I was so busy fending off the reaver who was attacking me that I didn't notice two reavers sneaking up behind Eric. By the time I noticed, it was too late. They both swarmed him and knocked him down. He didn't get back up. Eric, no! I rushed up and defeated the reavers that knocked him down, but Eric was already gone. There was no time to mourn. I had to take down the rest of the reavers. I finished up the fight and looked at the wreckage of the village. I couldn't save him.
You did your best, Zozo. Don't blame yourself. Blame that evil Soul Eater.
From day 36 to day 39, I needed to get my mind off of what happened to Eric, so I ventured out to the desert for a change of scenery. As I was walking through the sandy landscape, a little neck ran up to me. I pulled out my sword and got ready for a fight, but he was friendly.
Hey, whoa, buddy. I don't want any trouble. I heard you were the guy to ask for help around here.
I sure am. What is it?
I need help defeating a crypt keeper that took over the cave I was living in. Can you do it?
You bet! I headed to the cave and saw the crypt keeper lurking near the entrance. I fired an arrow at him and caught him by surprise. The rest of the fight went pretty quick, and I returned to tell that neck everything was okay now.
Thanks so much. Say, you're trying to take on the Soul Eater, aren't you?
I am. Do you know anything about him?
Only that he's from the Nether.
I thought so. Thank you. From day 40 to day 43, I headed back to my base from the desert. This place could use a little sprucing up. I decided to add some couches to give all my friends more places to sit and hang out. That looks much better. After I finished with the couches, the horseshoe crab I helped on the beach came to talk to me.
Thanks for giving me somewhere to stay. I've been really lonely since my friends moved to the forest. Hey, maybe they could come stay here too. Would that be okay?
Sure, I don't see why not. I built some additional rooms for the extra crabs, then headed out into the forest to find them. It was pretty easy to spot crabs in a forest, so I tracked them down and invited them to the base. They were excited to come stay with us.
Thank you so much, Zozo. I'm sorry to ask for something else, but could you help me out? There's some mutant zombies making trouble out in the mountains, and I don't know any other hero who could help get rid of them.
No trouble at all. I'll get to it. From day 44 to day 49, I arrived in the mountains. Okay, mutant zombies, where are you hiding? Foolish Zozo, the mutant zombies are long gone. These mountains are my territory now. The Soul Eater jumped down from the top of a mountain, landing with a crash.
Did you think you could hide from me? I told you we were coming for you. No one walks away from working for me, not without consequences. I'll destroy everything you love and make you regret leaving.
I don't even remember working for you.
Doesn't matter. I'll destroy your base and eliminate all your little friends. Then you'll have no choice but to be my minion again.
Never! I drew my sword and got ready for a fight, but the Soul Eater disappeared in a puff of smoke. In his place, he left behind a huge, strong Reaper. Uh-oh. Well, time to see how strong I really am. From day 50 to day 53, I battled against the Reaper. He was much bigger than me, but I had something he didn't, my trusty bow. I ran backwards to get some distance between us so he couldn't land any blows, and I started firing arrows at him. That was the advantage I needed to turn the fight into my favor. I'm a much better fighter now. Finally, the Reaper fell, and I knew I had won, and he dropped something. What's this? I picked it up, and it was a book of secrets. Wow, I wonder what secrets this has.
You're the only minion I've ever shown my secret hideout. The only other place I have the location is written down in my book of secrets.
You've got it, boss. That's right, I saw his secret hideout. I can't believe I forgot. From day 54 to day 57, I ventured through the plains on my way back to the base. There, I saw a horde of mutant zombies. This must be where they went when the Soul Eater drove them out of the mountains. I pulled out my bow and sword and got ready to attack. Hey, you undead freaks! I shot an arrow their way. As they turned their attention on me, even more mutant zombies came up behind me and attacked. Uh-oh, there are more of these guys than I thought. The fight was much harder than I expected. For a little bit, I was worried I might actually lose and never get the chance to beat the Soul Eater. But with the help of my trusty bow and sword, I was able to turn things around and take out all the mutant zombies. One of them dropped a potion of regeneration on the ground. I quickly picked it up. This will definitely come in handy when I go up against the Soul Eater. Time to head home. I drank the potion and transformed into a full-sized golem. I even gained 3 hearts to a total of 10. I traveled back to the base and told the horseshoe crab that the mutant zombies were toast.
Yay! I love toast.
It's just an expression. It means they're gone.
You're the best, Zozo.
Just doing my job.
Job? Wait a minute. You used to work for the Soul Eater. You helped him steal materials from villages near the beach.
Oh no, I don't remember any of that. Well, I'll have to do whatever I can to make amends for my past. I hope defeating the Soul Eater will be enough.
You're definitely nothing like you used to be. You're a hero now.
From day 58 to day 62, I decided to improve the food situation at the base. I built more chicken coops and herded some chickens inside. That's more like it. That should help keep everyone fed. Next, I decided it was time to upgrade my gear. Time to find more diamonds. I went exploring in the mines and dug as deep as I could until I finally saw them. Beautiful, sparkly, strong as heck diamonds. I took them back to my base and got to work crafting some diamond armor, diamond tools, and a diamond sword. I'd like to see someone try to mess with me now. Before I set off on my next journey, I decided to improve the base a little more. I built some chests for extra storage and added some flower pots for an extra decorative touch, too. This place is looking better every day. From day 63 to day 66, I decided it was time to venture out into the world beyond my base and explore some more. On the way out, I ran into Wendy the Wisp.
Zozo, I was looking for you.
What's up?
I had a dream about you. I think it might mean something. I saw you in the middle of a snowy tundra. Maybe there's something out there that will help you.
Wow, maybe. I'll definitely go check it out. With this new clue in mind, I headed out into the snowy tundra. Brr, it's cold out here. I hope I can find something helpful fast so I can get out of here and warm up. As I walked, I saw a Yeti watching me. Hey you, I don't want any trouble.
Neither do I.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I was scared you might be here working for the Soul Eater. He's got it in for me, and I'm getting pretty scared.
Oh no, I don't work for him. Not anymore, at least.
Can you help me find a way to keep myself safe? I really don't know what to do.
Absolutely. Let's see what we can find. From day 67 to day 70, the Yeti and I explored the snowy tundra looking for clues or items that could help us. As we walked past an ice cave, a sylph came flying out at us. Everywhere I look, it's another thing. It's not easy trying to be good.
What do?
We have to be brave and fight. The sylph rushed at us and started attacking, but I was ready with my sword and shield. The sylph swooped at me, but I blocked its hit and slashed with my sword. I got a few good hits in before it swooped at the Yeti instead. Leave him alone. Pick on someone your own size. I rushed at the sylph and knocked it away from the defenseless Yeti and delivered the finishing blow. Yeah, that's what happens when you mess with my new friend.
I just wish I had a way to fight for myself when the bad guys come after me. What will I do next time without you here to help?
I'm sure we'll find something. Wait a second, look at this. The sylph dropped something when we defeated it. I picked it up and handed it to the Yeti. An iron sword. Here, Yeti, you take this. It'll help you defend yourself if the Soul Eater's minions come to bother you.
Are you sure? Gee, thanks so much. You're right. You're not like the Soul Eater's minions at all. You're nice.
I'm trying my best.
Well, keep doing what you're doing, and I bet it'll all work out. Thanks for your help. I feel much more prepared for whatever comes my way next.
From day 71 to day 74, I said goodbye to the Yeti, then decided to keep exploring this cold area. I was getting pretty used to it. Now that the ice cave didn't have the sylph lurking in it anymore, I wanted to see what was inside. The cave led down into some huge ice caverns. Whoa, look at all of this! As I walked, I saw the strangest thing. There, on the wall of the cave, was written the words, "Make sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up the adventures. And be sure to find more Zozo videos by searching Zo. Huh, weird. Oh well, time to keep looking. Just then, the Soul Eater busted through the subscribe sign in front of me.
Ready to come back and work for me yet?
Ah, you? No, I'll never work for you again. I'm a good guy now.
We'll see how good you are when you don't have any of your little friends. Just you wait. You'll come back. They always come back.
Not me. I'll take you down if you hurt my friends. The Soul Eater just laughed.
Try to beat me, and it will spell your doom. I'll be in touch.
Not so fast. I couldn't let him get away that easily. I drew my sword and ran at him, and he drew his weapon with lightning speed. He was ready for me, and he blocked my first hit, then knocked me back. It was a hard hit. Ow! Uh-oh, I might not be strong enough yet.
You'll never be strong enough. You'll always be my lackey, no matter what.
I wanted to stay and fight, but I knew I needed to flee if I wanted to live another day and eventually beat him. I had no choice but to run away before things got too scary. I'll show him. I'll get even stronger, and I'll prove that he can't keep pushing people around. From day 75 to day 78, I ran all the way back home to my base. I needed to do something to take my mind off that face-off with the Soul Eater, and fixing up the base was the perfect way to do it. Making this place cozier would make me feel better. So I built a fireplace and lit a big roaring fire inside. Finally, I can warm up after all that time in the snow. Once the fireplace was finished, I sat down next to it and got comfortable. While I was lounging by the fire, the horseshoe crab came over to say hello.
This looks great. I love the fireplace.
Thanks. What's up?
I wanted to give you something. As a thank you for everything you've done to help me and others who found themselves in trouble.
He handed me a baked potato. I was getting pretty hungry.
That's no ordinary baked potato. It's a magic baked potato. I think it'll help you get stronger.
Oh, wow. I thought regular potatoes were already pretty magical, but that's even better. I took a bite, and it tasted great. I mean, it was a potato. Of course it did. I quickly ate the whole thing. Then, I felt myself growing bigger and stronger. I gained 5 hearts. You weren't kidding. I feel great.
You look powerful as the Soul Eater.
I sure hope so. Thank you so much. That was an amazing gift. From day 79 to day 84, I decided to test out my new strength on some hostile mobs. Let's see what this new bigger me is made of. I ventured all the way out to the savannah to see what I could find. There were a ton of skeletons roaming around, and when they saw me, they started closing in around me. Maybe I'd be scared of you back when I was smaller, but now I'm ready to fight. It hardly took me any time at all to beat the skeletons. Take that, you boneheads. After I finished with the skeletons, I was walking around when I spotted a lion curled up on a rock. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. I promise I'm not lying. I laughed at my own joke. The lion looked confused, but then he laughed too. I love jokes. How did you know? I love jokes too. I'm so glad you appreciate a sense of humor. My sense of humor is my pride and joy. Get it? Pride? Like lions? I do get it. Nice one. It's so nice to meet someone who knows how to laugh. You know what? Why don't you take this? I don't need it. And maybe it'll be of some use to you. A crossbow? Thanks. Right on target then? Yeah! From day 85 to day 89, I returned back to my base to show off my crossbow and tell everyone about the hilarious lion I met. When I got there though, it was in chaos. There were wargs attacking my base and tearing it apart. They smashed my flower pots and tore down my banners. If you fools touch my fireplace, I'll freak out. And then I saw it. They had smashed my fireplace. That's the last straw. Get out of my base, or there's more where that came from. I didn't want to destroy them though. I wanted to know where they came from. So when they started to run away, I chased after them. But I lost track of them when I followed them through the forest. Oh no, which way did they go? As I was looking, I ran into a black bear.
The wargs? I can point you their way.
That would be great.
Just help me first and I'll tell you where they went. Get me some honey. I've got a craving, but I don't have any money. No pockets, so I have nowhere to put it.
Oh, okay, sure. I searched until I found a beehive. Please don't sting me, bees. I quickly snagged some honeycomb, which I took back to the bear. Here you go.
Yum. Okay, they went that way.
Wait, couldn't you have just gone to the beehive the whole time?
Yeah, but they might have stung me. This worked much better.
I didn't have time to argue with this weird bear. I ran after the wargs. From day 90 to day 94, I ran in the direction that the bear pointed me in. I followed the trail until I finally reached the wargs, gathered together in a lair made of bones.
I see you finally made it. Come, let's talk.
I looked and saw a shade standing at the entrance of the bone lair. I followed him down into the lair. You were waiting for me?
I was. The boss wants me to teach you a lesson. Make sure you finally learn your place. You think you're too good for the Soul Eater? You're wrong.
I'm stronger now. I can take you.
I'm the Soul Eater's second in command. You won't stand a chance.
I ignored his haunts and rushed him with my sword. Less talking, more fighting. I swung my sword, but he blocked it, and he knocked me back. Hard. Uh-oh, he's strong. This is gonna be my hardest fight yet. From day 95 to day 97, I continued my battle against the Shade. I could see why he was the Soul Eater's top henchman. He was really tough. Definitely the toughest of his minions I had fought so far. Then, I realized I needed to get some distance from him. I ran back and got my crossbow, then started firing. It was just the advantage I needed. Using a combination of my crossbow and then my sword once he was weak enough for me to get close, I finally finished the Shade off. I did it! When the Shade collapsed, it dropped a map to the nether portal. This is just what I need. I already knew where to go once I reached the nether, but now I know how to get there. The side of the map triggered a flashback.
You have to do it, Zozo.
No, stealing was one thing, but I don't want to hurt anyone. I won't help you burn down the village.
They defied me. You would defy me too?
If it means I don't have to hurt anyone, then yes, I quit. That was it. That was what made me stop working for the Soul Eater. I wasn't bad. I made the choice to be good. I have to defeat him and stop him from ever hurting anyone else again. Then he'll see that not only am I a good guy now, but good always wins. I'll make the Soul Eater eat his words. On day 98, I returned and found the home was fully fixed by my friends, and I could prepare for battle right away. Only a few days left before the Soul Eater expects me to be dead meat. I'll have to be ready for him. As I was working on gathering diamonds and upgrading some more of my weapons, Wendy the Wisp came up to see me.
Zozo, I made this for you.
She handed me shark tooth arrows, crafted from the shark tooth I found. This is amazing, thank you.
Good luck. I know you can do it.
Next, Mage came to see me.
I wasn't so sure about you when we first met, but I've watched you grow so strong and capable. You're going to beat the Soul Eater. I just know it.
The horseshoe crab visited me next.
I'm so happy that I met you. You're a hero, through and through.
I hope you're right. Then a cake was brought out, and I knew everyone was sending me their best luck. There weren't any candles to blow out, but I made a wish anyway. I wish to do my best. On day 99, I made my way through the forest, carefully following the instructions on the map, until I reached the nether portal. But it definitely didn't make me feel good to see that the portal was being guarded by a vicious gang of crakes that must have been working for the Soul Eater too. Why do so many people work for this guy? Does he just have really good dental or something? I was trying to figure out what I should do when the solution came right towards me. It was my friend, the Yeti, with his iron sword. Yeti, I never expected to see you here.
You changed my life, Zozo. Since we met, and you taught me to stand up for myself. I've been traveling around, helping people out too. And now, I can do the same for you. Let me distract those crakes. That meanie, the Soul Eater, he's all yours.
Without another word, the now brave and strong Yeti ran in and started battling the crakes. It gave me the perfect opportunity to run up to the nether portal and jump right in. On day 100, I burst into the nether, ready to battle. My memories were starting to come back to me. I knew that the Soul Eater would be hiding in a nether fortress near here, amongst all that scary fire and lava. You can't hide, Soul Eater. I'm coming for you. I ran into the nether fortress.
Remember that feeling, Zozo? Getting a little deja vu? We fought here once before, when you first started with all those silly notions about quitting. I hit you so hard you forgot who you were. This time, I'm gonna hit you so hard, you won't get up at all.
Big talk, Soul Eater, but my memories are coming back. I worked for you for years. I know all your tricks, and I know who I am. I'm Zozo, and I'm a hero.
Once a Devil Golem, always a Devil Golem.
Let's just see about that. I tried to pull out my crossbow and get a lock on him, but he was too fast. He got up in my face, and I didn't have time to draw one of my weapons. We were about to throw down, hand to hand.
You know, Zozo, to begin with, I wanted to get you back. Now, I'm going to fire you!
And he meant that literally, because he tried to push me into one of the many nether fire pits. If I hadn't dodged, I'd be done for. You can't fire me, Soul Eater. I quit. I fought back, unleashing my full force and applying all the knowledge and strength I'd gained over these past 100 days. I kept attacking, kept forcing him back, not even giving him time to strike back. Soon enough, he was exhausted and standing right on the edge of the lava sea. The Soul Eater knew he'd been defeated.
But you can't push me in, right, Zozo? Because you're a hero now, and pushing someone into lava isn't what heroes do.
I guess you were right about one thing, Soul Eater. Once a Devil Golem, always a Devil Golem.
No!
With one more strike, the Soul Eater fell back into the lava and he was gone forever. I was finally free.